Okay, so I had to come outside and help my pet moose. You see my pet moose? Wait, he's not a moose. Well, how do I know he's not a moose? I have to look and check all of his physical characteristics. So he does have hair, and moose have hair. But does this look like a moose to you? Maybe a goose? Of course not. We all know he's a dog.
But how do we know he's a dog? What makes a dog a dog? How do we know he isn't a frog? What makes a dog a dog? To answer this, you're going to have to look at an animal's physical characteristics. That means everything about the outside of the dog or animal. All animals have body coverings. What's on the outside of their body? Some animals have hair or fur, like dogs, or feathers, like a pink flamingo, or skin, like humans and frogs, or scales, like a goldfish, or shells or exoskeletons, like a rhino beetle or a crab. We also look at the body parts, especially the number of body parts. Most animals have a head, like this giraffe. That's where the brain is. Most animals also have eyes, like this spider with 4 eyes. We have 2 eyes, just like this snake. Some animals have more or less eyes. There are also arms and legs, or legs and arms. Those things are going to be like the legs on this animal, or the legs on this animal. But think about humans. We have arms and legs, so we have 4. But this octopus has tentacles, and it has 8. Ears. Ears are a really good defining factor for animals such as rabbits, who have long, pointed up ears that help them hear things, or humans have short ears, they're close to their heads, and a lizard who doesn't have external ears like humans or rabbits, but have a hole in the side of their heads for them to be able to hear. Other things like horns and tails, like the antlers on a moose, or the tusks on a wild boar, or the fancy pants tails on these ringtail lemurs, or the beautiful feathers that make the tail on this peacock. Talk about color, we also see colors like brown, especially on things like grizzly bears, or orange like this tabby cat. And we also see different kinds of patterns on animals, like stripes on this tiger, or spots on this fish. We also talk about size. Size is an important way to determine which animal you're talking about. We can say an animal is big, like this elephant, or small, like this bunny rabbit. Or a medium-sized animal would be a goat. Meh, he says. It could also be tiny, like a little bitty ant.
It's pretty obvious looking at Perry's physical characteristics, he is not a moose, or a goose, or even a lizard with a big green tail. In fact, it's easy to see he is a dog.